G'day, g'day, g'day. G'day, mate. I'd personally like to thank you for volunteering. I hope you're a night owl because you'll be staying up from 12 AM to 6 AM for the next 5 days, which you already know about. If not, we'll grab a cup of coffee and get to work. Let me fill you in on your task for the next 5 days. You simply need to make use of our security camera system to monitor the animatronic characters and make sure that they are functioning properly. At the end of the work period, give us reports on the activity. Boring, right? Wrong. The animatronics have a night roaming mode enabled to make sure their servos don't lock up, which is a little bit buggy. As the nights progress, they may become more active. Now, I guess the first thing you notice is that you have limited power. Fazbear Entertainment has returned with a much smaller budget, so all of our buildings have limited power. It makes working with these animatronics quite difficult. Your office uses 1/3 of power, which is constant, but isn't too bad. The camera system uses 1/3 also. It's quite an old system. The images may glitch out at times when you're using the cameras. It's actually the same system from the restaurant of 87. That's something we managed to scavenge. Smaller budget, had to save some money, so we just scavenged some old systems. And then the lights for the whole building use the last third of power. Your power will drain extremely quick when using all the lights, so use it sparingly. Now here's the part that might scare you. The animatronics can be very dangerous at night. I'll explain this in depth. 20 years ago, the animatronics Freddy, Bonnie, Chica and Foxy were retrofitted with a night mode, which was buggy, along with facial recognition as a test. Someone had tampered with the facial recognition afterwards, and it resulted in the death of an employee. No one's quite sure what animatronic killed the employee, but we kept 4 of them and trashed the rest, in case we opened up one day. Some of those animatronics are here with you right now, with the bug night mode. The bug night mode means that they will just simply roam around the building during the night, and they'll most likely pop up and visit you in your office. How exciting is that? Now, the danger is them spotting you. If they look at you for long enough, they will forcefully try to stuff you into an empty Freddy Fazbear suit. Why? Well, they'll see you as a bare endoskeleton without a suit on, so they will try and assist you with getting one on. Which wouldn't be so bad if the suits weren't filled with crossbeams and wires, so it's quite deadly. Worse than the spring locks, actually. To avoid this happening, there is a little console to your right. It is wired to the main generator outside, so using it will turn off all power on and off as you please. What you do is you turn the power off and let the animatronics head back towards the generator as it still produces some noise, but the animatronics could enter your office while they're moving, so don't worry if this happens, just make sure it's dark and keep still, let them walk past. You must turn the power back on once they are out of your office, because once the generator stops turning, the animatronics will learn to listen closely for faint sounds, such as breathing or body movements, because if there's no noise somewhere, they will look for noise which will be in your office. It's quite bad, so don't try sitting in the dark all night. You may regret it. Now, if you're feeling scared or skeptical about watching our animatronics, do not worry. All the happenings of Fazbear and Fredbear Entertainment are in the past. The animatronics responsible pretty much all have been disposed of, I think. Okay, so now you're all filled in. Keep an eye on the animatronics, conserve power, log all activity, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow night. Good night, mate.
Da-da-dum-dum-dum.
Hello? There you are. So, hey, welcome. You must be the new night guy. Vincent here, maintenance and security liaison. It's your first night and all, I figured I'd leave you a little message to help, you know, ease you in. It's a lot at once, but hey, no pressure. You'll do fine. I've been watching your kind settle in for years. And, I actually used to sit in that same chair. Long nights, real quiet. Until it's not. I'm technically finishing up my last week here, kind of. 1 foot out the door, 1 foot still inside. Can't quite leave, huh? Anyway, corporate wants me to read this thing. It's, a formality. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a place for fun, family, and fantasy. Fazbear Entertainment is not liable for injury, dismemberment, or psychological trauma. In the event of disappearance, a report will be filed after 90 days, or once the carpets have been thoroughly shampooed and any biological materials are removed. Cute, right? Now listen, the characters. Yeah, the animatronics. They get lively at night. Quirky. Some people call it glitchy. But I think that's such a clinical word. It's more instinctual. Like they remember something. I heard once, back when this place was very popular and often open, that sometimes they used to stare at the cameras longer than they should. Like as if they knew someone was watching. Watching back. Like they were looking for something. Or someone. And now they're alone, but they remember. That's the thing about memory. It doesn't rot like flesh does. They used to wander during the day, too. But then there were complaints, weird smells, fluids, sneers. And then, one day, some kids didn't go home. Probably just wandered off. Kids do that. Curious little things. So, back to you. You're the one locked in here tonight. See the animatronics. If they see you, well, they don't see you. Not really. Not like a person. No. They see something else. They're metal. Wires exposed. And it's against protocol to have that out and about. So they'll try to help their way. They'll try to put you into one of the suits. The old suits, they're tight, heavy, packed with coils, rods, pistons, like a ribcage made of steel. There's this part around the jaw. It clamps, real slow, like a bear trap that's not in any hurry. And your body doesn't really fit in there, you know? Not unless you're already hollowed out. But don't worry, you'll black out before the bad part. Usually. Not that this'll happen. I mean, if you're smart. You are smart, aren't you? Just watch the cams. Keep your head down, doors only when you have to. Those things drink power like blood. Well, I'll check in tomorrow, if you're still breathing. Nighty-night. Some of the blood never washed out. I made sure of that. They said it was a party, and it was. Just not for long.
Hello and welcome to your new job at the spooky haunty place where animatronics roam around to shove you in suits, etc. Just kidding. Those things are wired up and came from the ground, like how they were fabled to back in the day. In fact, you're sitting in the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza right now. Is that neat? The owners of this location sold the property to Fun Frights Incorporated while they're looking for a place to build their new attractions. So what a coincidence that the old pizza place was here. How perfect for an old creepy restaurant to be in this exact area. The land was very cheap too. I mean, the building was so messed up that they had to either destroy it or attempt to renovate it. Of course, they were going bankrupt, so they decided to try selling it, leading to where you currently are. Speaking of the building being in poor condition, we've had to work in renovating parts of it already. Almost everything is complete, but the power died shortly after we started renovating. We've resorted to using a generator, so make sure you don't run out of generator energy. If you do, just try to find a flashlight or something. It's looking pretty spooky in there, so good luck with that. Oh man. Oh yeah. I guess I have to read the safety packet to you. Alright. Welcome to Fredbear's Fright, the latest and greatest horror attraction featuring actual relics from the original diners, where mysteries about the events were tragic but not certain. In case of any sort of injury or harm inflicted by an animatronic occurs, we are not to be held responsible, as it is your own fault doing so. If the chance of a person has turned up missing or has a fatal event happened within our premises, the location of that event will be cleaned up after the attraction's running hours, blah blah blah. What a bunch of nonsense. I mean, I could understand injuries if someone was just plain old dumb with our equipment, but to die in our building, that's ridiculous. Our animatronics should be just fine. Anyways, let's finish up on how you have to work the place. So to your left, you have a big old door thing from the old Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. It's used to close off guests while they're playing the flashlight game next to your office. It makes a cool transition from when they leave the game and enter the office. And finally, to your right, you have a false vent that you can shut once the guests have exited. We don't want them coming back through, or something like that? I don't know. Alright, I'll leave you to it now. See you on the flip side.